How you doing? Mr. DJ back on counting down my fantasy playlist, November 6, 2005. Boy, it's been a long playlist. 50 song playlist. 50 songs on this playlist. And finally, we're in the top 10. Fantasy playlist, November 6, 2005. At number 10, The White Stripes, My Doorbell. This song it simplifies, it epitomizes the versatility of the White Stripes. Remember back in 2002 when they came out with this driving, it was sort of a marriage of speed metal, alternative, and punk. Fell in love with a girl, just spit it right out. A fast rocking record. And then they came out in the fall of 2002 with Dead Leaves in a Dirty Ground. Again, you got classic rock mingling with alternative. And it worked. It meshed together beautifully in that record. The beginning of Dead Leaves a Dirty Ground, it sounds like Jack White had nicked a couple licks off of not Paranoid, but Iron Man by Black Sabbath. So you got a little bit of that classic rock going. And over the years, I don't remember all the songs that they did off the top of my head. They came out with some big ones in 2003. There was Icky Thump, which came out later on. But this record right here, a little bit of the easygoing side of White Stripes. You've got this jolly roll of a piano and a perky percussion. Sounds real sprightly record. Doorbell, when you gonna ring it? When you gonna ring it? Got that great hook in there too. It sounded like they were charging for a hit record, and boy, I tell you, it should have been a big hit. At least top 10 or top 20 on Billboard's Hot 100. Well, up to number 10 on my fantasy playlist, White Stripes. A lot of people thought that Jack and Meg, that they were brothers and sisters. Brother and sister. They fed that rumor mill big time. They came up with this elaborate story that they were from a family of 10 brothers and sisters, and that Meg had learned how to play drums on Jack's drum kit. That was the story. But reality, they were married. They got married in 1996. The story didn't come out until 2001. And Meg, she was killer on drums. Killer on drums. They created some great music together. When they got married, now here's the deal. Jack, his real name is Jack Gillis. Gillis is his last name. Real last name. But when Jack married Meg, he took her last name, White, and became Jack White. Song got a Grammy for Best Pop Performance by a Duo or Group with Vocals. Got a Grammy, and it deserved it. And Jack White, here's the thing about Jack White. Probably one of the reasons why the White Stripes sounded so original. Jack White liked to mess around with dilapidated equipment. Old equipment, just beat up stuff. Old guitar from a Montgomery Ward store, beat up amplifier. It feeds his creative juices. It loosens him up. It opens him up for creative expression. And it doesn't sound as slick as some of the other records. Well, here we are, number 10, White Stripes for My Doorbell on my fantasy playlist, November 6, 2005.